Hello, this is Scotty Reed with a Black Talk Radio News Report. And on this particular report and commentary, I want to talk about Elizabeth Warren. Listen, for one hot second, I actually considered voting for Warren because I tell you, the media, all the blackout of Bernie Sanders' campaign, just all the negative coverage, all the fake news concerning Bernie Sanders. I'm like, man, they gonna rig this thing again like they did in 2016. Okay, I'm hoping that's not true, and if they do, I hope that the DNC is over and done with. I hope it goes bankrupt. I hope it dissolves and we can start a new party from scratch. So what if we got to deal with another 4 years of Trump? Okay, I'm not doing that badly. And for those who say, "Oh, you're not thinking about other people and what have you," if you're willing to let Trump be in there, well, you're not thinking about other people. If you allow them to rig the DNC to continually to rig elections, that's so anti-democratic. But you talk about democracy and freedom. Okay, but anyway, I considered for a hot second that I was going to vote for Elizabeth Warren if she got the nomination. But I just can't do it. I'm Bernie or bust, like other people have been saying here lately. It's Bernie or bust, baby, for me. Okay, I may cast a ballot for Donald Trump just to help burn down the DNC. Okay, that's how strongly I feel about the corruption in this country. Okay, and yeah, Trump is bad, but you're just as bad, and you're even worse because at least we can see him up front for what he is. He really doesn't try to hide it. You try to hide who you are, which makes you that much more dangerous. All right, so here's a story that came out. Well, not really a story, but I'm reporting it as a story. But here we have Elizabeth Warren commenting, I guess, on Joe Biden. Joe Biden's about broke. He's going broke. His campaign is floundering. Tell me how he is doing so well in some of these polls, but yet these people ain't donating to his campaign. These individuals aren't donating to his campaign. He shouldn't be going broke if he got all this support out there, right? He would have a whole bunch of small donors, okay? Like Bernie Sanders has, and to a lesser degree, Elizabeth Warren has. They have grassroots support. Biden doesn't. So how is it that he's leading in the polls? Okay, so I'm not going to totally say the polls are fraudulent, but they're not making a whole lot of sense, and they were definitely, a lot of them were wrong the last time around. But here we got Warren showing that she has about as much spine as a jellyfish. Jellyfish don't have a spine, okay? She can't be trusted because she don't have a spine. You got to have a spine if you're really going to face the corruption in the DNC or in Washington, D.C., in Congress, all throughout the government. You cannot be a spineless jellyfish and think you're going to go up there and get something done. They'll squash you like a little bug, okay? And so she just can't be trusted. And this is just one example of why I guess she's calling out Joe Biden, because apparently he is going to start taking money from billionaires and his wealthy donors. I don't know. So anyway, she says it's disappointing that any Democratic candidate will reverse course and endorse the use of unlimited contributions from the wealthy to run against fellow Democrats. A handful of wealthy donors should not be allowed to buy the Democratic nomination. That's not who we are. Okay, Elizabeth Warren, that's exactly who the DNC is. And you know that's who they are. You know that's who the rank and file establishment Democrats and their talking heads in the big media trying to control the minds of millions with fake news. You know that's exactly who they are. So why are you lying and saying that's not who we are? That's exactly what they've shown us. And you know it because you said in an interview, in two separate interviews, okay? You said in two separate interviews in 2017 that the DNC rigged their primary. Okay, you told CNN's Jay Tapper in November of 27 it was rigged. Then I think you told Judy Woodruff over there at NPR that it was rigged. Same month in November. But also in that same month, less than 2 weeks later, perhaps you got a call from the DNC mafia boss, Hillary Clinton, or one of her enforcers, and then you walk back the comments. Warren reins in rigged comment about 2016 primary. That's from the Boston Globe. Okay? This woman has no spine. She has copied much of Bernie Sanders' legislation and his plans, and she co-sponsors a lot of the stuff that he's already introduced in the Congress. But then she comes into this primary and then she waters it down. She caves under pressure. She has no spine. I'm going to start calling her Jellyfish Warren. She is spineless. So how can anyone logically think that this woman can take on the corruption in Washington, D.C.? She can't. And to further show she has no spine, after saying that in 2017 that it was rigged, here she is in 2019 meeting in secret, having secret conversations with the queen of DNC corruption, one Hillary Clinton, the Democratic mafia boss. Okay? That just, oh my God. And then you knew it was rigged in 2016, but who did you endorse? You endorsed Hillary Clinton in 2016 in a rigged primary. That means that you went along with the rigging. And then in 2017, I don't know, maybe you bumped your head or something and you tell the truth. I think it was called Donna Brazile published a book admitting that it was rigged, which we already knew that from the WikiLeaks dump of the DNC emails. Okay, so Elizabeth Warren has no spine. She's too close to corruption. And her saying that a handful of wealthy donors should not be allowed to buy the Democratic nomination, that's not who we are. When she knows that's exactly who they are. She's lying. I fact checked that and I determined that Elizabeth Warren is lying. So I, for a hot second, was thinking about voting for her if they rigged it again, even for her, because I was like, at least we'll get some progressive policies. But I must have bumped my head. This woman has no spine. She can't be trusted. She caves in. And man, Donald Trump will eat this woman alive. He'll eat her alive in a general. So anyway, this has been Scotty Reed with a Black Talk Radio News Report and commentary. If you value information that is not controlled by billionaires and millionaires and corporate advertisers, then make a tax-deductible donation to the Black Talk Media Project. Subscribe, like, share, no matter what platform you're on. Help us spread the word. Peace and blessings to all.